Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. This will be my only upload here today. I apologize, short on time. Our sitter called out, so I got to go take care of our little dude. But he's awesome, and thank you again so much for the wonderful support in regards to that. What we want to look at here, though, of course, is this pullback for Bitcoin. Is it going to continue further, or is this just a natural liquidation sweep? It's probably maybe a bit of both. The liquidation sweep makes perfect sense. Even though we're fully bullish yesterday and there's no reason to short against it, we take a look at liquidation here. Any late longs here are getting punished. So 108.5, heavy concentration there, a perfect candle wick down here to this local range at about 106.5. So that's why we're seeing the price recover, because they just kind of screwed a bunch of people. This is what happens it seems to be pretty consistent now. Every week or two, we're getting these liquidation sweeps, basically just destroying longs and shorts all together. So then the market makers can do whatever the heck they want. Just know though, 106,000 even has a pretty significant chunk of liquidation here locally. But from a macro perspective, there's still quite a lot left between 112 and 114. So just be mindful of that. Having said that, liquidation delta is still super high. So this has me, it's kind of like a head scratcher here. Why in the heck do we still have 12 billion liquidation long delta when the price is pulling back? Well, it's just simple profit taking to key level supports after fair value gaps are typically filled. That's what we're going to look at here next to see if there's any fair value gaps that were filled. Take a quick look at the last 7 days of open interest. Let's go ahead and see if there is any indication of local areas. We have heavy concentrations at 107.5. So that may be our next high, or potentially just the local bottom. It's hard to say specifically, but there's a lot of interest, people buying basically opening positions at 107.5. That's the rough estimate there. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. On the daily time frame, let's go ahead and see here. Oh man, this is just perfect. Perfect in a really terrible, scummy kind of way. What I mean by that is we got this fair value gap that was created from, what was it? I think that was Monday's candle. And we had a gap from 106.5 to 108.5, roughly, okay? We had a perfect candle wick down to 106.5 and bounced, not only to screw over whoever had this significantly large position there, but also to essentially sweep that fair value gap. Oftentimes, fair value gaps are just kind of a representation of areas of liquidation, and liquidation does occur at those key levels with support. So when we see this here, we've got the 20-day SMA hanging out there at 106.5. That kind of, reinforces support at that level. So just keep that in mind. 106.5 is a tentative level there. I mentioned yesterday, based on open interest from the macro, 106.7 is also a consideration there. So we got some good support in the 106K range. That's a simple way to understand it. Losing 106, we could even see anywhere as low as our point of control here, about 104. Okay. So just be mindful, that's a possibility. Is it a distinct probability at this point? No, we still have good volume and things are looking pretty solid overall. But once more, that can absolutely change. 4-hour time frame, we're still above both the 200 and the 50-day SMA. Those are both hanging out in the low 106K range. So once more, reinforcing support there. And if we look locally here, this is ever since the beginning of the month, roughly the 2 weeks worth of trading. We have a lot of volume at 105,500. So 105.5, 106, 106.5. We're seeing some confluence there. Okay, so 105.5 to 106.5 seems like a decent area to consider averaging into your position or considering a long, because the likelihood of a bounce off that area is higher. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just a higher probability. What sucks here is that we're back under 50 on the RSI, so we've kind of shifted to a bearish type of momentum and or standpoint. But once more, stochastics bottoming out. We could very well be seeing our tentative bottom. It's just way too early to tell. So buying this dip here, is it a good idea? It really depends on your position size and overall strategy, really. It's a complex, loaded question. But at this point, I would say that oftentimes no trade is the best trade when we have these shifts in momentum and you start to lose some moving averages or ascending trends. Obviously, this trend here, this potential breakout, didn't occur. This is exactly what I like to emphasize, not being a breakout trader and to ensure that you wait for confirmation. So once more, it's easy to say now, of course, but hindsight's 20/20 at all times. So that's what we got there. What are your thoughts? Why don't you comment below? Let me know. I love to hear it. Obviously, join us over on Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. Got a Trading Academy community and signals group. Congrats to our community for securing some profits on our Litecoin long position. And we actually have a low risk Dogecoin long as well. We're averaged into nicely as well here. So I think things are still looking okay. I don't think we should be running for the hills just yet. This is a natural thing. Try not to overthink it. All right, folks, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one. Take care.